Hey guys, well, back at the Trailblazer again. Got to do rear brake caliper sliders, the pins and bolts, and then the rear Swaybar links. So, friggin' right, 4 for 4 this week so far. That's friggin' awesome. So anyways, let's get to it. This time I brought my tripod instead of having to rest it on a freaking oil barrel. So it should work a little bit better for getting the angles and stuff that I need. So okay, so pretty much everything is going to be accessible from right here. We'll have to crawl underneath to get the inside Swaybar link, but yeah, I'd say they need to be done pretty bad. So this is, oh, what size was that? Oh, right, that was on the front. Anyways, I'll just start taking it off. It'll be pretty much the same for whatever you guys are doing, the same technique, but different size sockets and whatnot, so yeah. Okay, so the bolts that hold, see, I said bolts, not nuts this time. The bolts that hold the mechanical assembly with the pistons in it to the cage is a 14, so. Freaking early in the morning. This side's not quite as bad as the other, but it's still pretty bad. On the other side, the boots are all tore, so that'll go in the center cap. Stop spinning. What I did there is I just partially collapsed the piston, so set that off to the side so it can't fall like the other day. Holy crap. Yeah, this thing needs rear pads. Mostly just on the inside though. Here's the outside one. We're gonna get some light going on for you guys. That's the outside pad. And this is the inside pad. Not much left of it, so. Okay. So these should just pop out like that. Yeah, the boots are pretty haggard and crusty looking, so. We've got all the hardware to change this. Sometimes top and bottom boots are different, so just remember which ones came from where. Top one looks, I don't know, pretty much about the same as the bottom one. Some of them are the same, some are different. Yeah, these look about the same, so. Just have a quick look at that, make sure they're all good to go. Yeah, I don't think there was much brake making contact with the rotor. Check that out. That's freaking crazy. Tiny little contact patch versus the front. So, yeah, he probably wasn't, or was hoping not to spend too much on this, but for sakes. Well, might as well pull the friggin' cage off and give my boss a call, let him know he's gonna need rear rotors. So stubby 18 for that one. So pull the cage off, it's an 18, but I need a stubby, so I will be right back. So if I was just to change the slider pins, all I would do is put a little bit of grease in there after inspecting it, and then put the new pin in and make sure she's tight. And by tight I mean like no play. So, cripes. Yeah, that's on there. Okay, sometimes when I get a stubborn friggin' thing, I grab my big pry bar and get some leverage going. Oh man, that was on there. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull that off so you guys aren't just watching me struggle here, so yeah, I'll turn it back on when I get that off. Okay, so I got the cage off, finally. Holy crap, was that tough. So I'm gonna have to drill and tap, or not drill, but I'm gonna have to tap those holes to clean them up. I sprayed some lube stuff in there, so yeah, that was on there. The bolts are really freaking rusted on there. So lubing the Swaybar links. Oh, that was not going to be fun. There's nothing left of it. Yeah, there's nothing left of the threads on those. They might have to be cut off. Wow. So, now we've got to take the rotor off. It's got these little stupid tab things on them. Usually they don't come off nice. They end up breaking them, but that's minor. I just grab a pair of pliers and freaking twist and pull until they start to tear. Yeah, I don't think these have been changed. Maybe sound cutters. There we go. Now pliers. Yep, that's rust welded on there. So I'll grab a hammer and be right back. So what I usually do when a rotor is welded onto the hub like that is I'll just smack it right between the lug nuts or the studs, and then she'll freaking break the rust loose. Get in there. Okay, so I freaking beat on it a little bit more and I was able to get the rotor off. Yeah, look, that's freaking not much contact on the back there, so show that to my boss when he shows up. And I guess I'll work on the Swaybar links. Get a good camera position going on for you guys. That should do it. So, I'm actually going to grab the impact and try to impact that off because I don't think that I will be able to break that loose with my ratchet. Okay, so in this application it's 18 mil, so let's see if we can break them loose. That actually wasn't bad at all. I was doing a, what was it, an 06 Envoy, and holy crap, they'd come off a little bit and then they'd get stuck, and that was a freaking nightmare to get those things off. I actually had to bring my plasma cutter over and friggin' torch it out. Let's see if I got enough room back here for Senor Impacto. Nope. Maybe if I grab a friggin' shallow socket, not a stubby. I definitely gotta build a light ring or something for the camera, because look, it's dark. Oh, not so much. Look, it's dark again. I need a light source just behind or right around the camera. So anyways, I got a shallow socket, so I'm gonna see if this one will come off as nice as that bottom one did. No friggin' way. That was awesome. That came out way nicer than I was expecting. Yeah. Oh yeah. That'll be that clunking noise you heard. Yeah. Freaking light. Yeah, check that out. That's just, it's done. You can see the gap when I freaking push it back in, but anyways, got new parts, so friggin' right. So I'll at least get the Swaybar links done, and then when my boss shows up, I'll show him the rotor and the brake pads, and then I'll probably end up doing those too. So friggin' nice. Okay, so we got our new Swaybar link here. It's all the same size hardware, which is really nice, all 18 mil. So there is a left and a right side, so you guys will know if you order the wrong ones, or if you're only doing one. Make sure you order the right one. .99% of the part stores will ask you what side you are doing though, so that's at least a little comforting. Definitely not left-handed. Right-hand dominant, so a little bit awkward sometimes. So what do you guys think of the daily little friggin' how-to video things? Because I don't really have time to make anything after work, because it's usually late. And when I do have time to do stuff after work, it's usually because I've gone home because I'm so friggin' tired. So I figure, hey, well, if I make a video in the morning or something, then that's not too bad. It's content for you guys to watch, and it's instructional too, so get your learning on. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think of these. I'll just keep doing them as long as I can. But yeah, hopefully, what was I gonna say? Hopefully tonight I'll be able to get my Subaru Swaybar bushings in, and I've got that rear pinion seal coming in. And then, yeah, honestly, not much else is really going on with that car. I've got a bunch of exhaust leaks, but what I want to do with that is pull the exhaust system off it and build a new exhaust system for it. But that's going to have to be, I don't know, that'll probably be a long weekend project or something. I'm going to have to get my freaking handy dandy coat hanger out and bend all the shapes I need for the exhaust pipe, and then go over to the Minute Muffler or whatever we got next door, and have them bend everything up. And then, yeah, weld it all together. But I'm going to need to find some flanges for the exhaust right off the heads. I got the single port exhaust on that thing, so yeah. Definitely love the sound of the UELs or uneven length exhaust systems. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll just fire the grease nipples into this thing, grease her up, and then start on the other side. Looks like he's got a pinion seal going too. Gross. So, anyways, yeah, I'll stab these in and then grease her up. Wait for the bolts to show up. Okay, so I already did the other side while I was waiting for parts and friggin' waiting for the shop to die down again so I can start filming again. So anyways, we're going ahead with new rotors, and on this I just put a little friggin' splash of grease in either one of these and then work the pin in, and then it's really friggin' tight, so I've never had an issue doing that before. Okay, well, we're just gonna put a little just a freaking squeeze of grease. Friggin' right, just had a little visit with the Mac Tools guy and he fixed my ratchet. The screws are pulling out of it, so we'll get this thing buttoned back up. Okay, now we'll get our brake pads in. Nope, we won't. We'll put those metal things in first. These guys seriously need to build a light for the camera. Now we'll get our brake pads in. Now we need to compress this, so I like to use these. I use them freaking for everything. They're my fabricating vice grips. There, just like that. Now this will go on there. Just like that, no fighting with it or nothing. The one thing you need to do whenever you do this is step on the brake pedal as soon as well, before you fire it up and put it into reverse. Done that a time or two, and catches you off guard because the pedal goes right to the floor. Okay, so that's it. Now we just got to put the wheels back on, and Bob's your uncle. Pink torque stick. This thing does about 90 pounds, and then it's good enough just to put the wheels on and lower it down to the ground and give her a final torque. Should be good to go.